Hello and welcome back to Factory Town. In the last episode, we set up the fire and earth and water crystal making, and we just completed the earth crystals last time, and we just completed the water shrine or water crystal research, water purification research, which is a water shrine, the elixir, the cure spell book, and the water booster. So let's see what all this does. A water shrine is a building that consumes water, mana, energy to produce units of water. Ooh, interesting. And the elixir, of course, requires one water crystal to make, with a health potion and an antidote as an ingredient, or as ingredients. And then the cure spellbook is, of course, a blue coin providing spellbook. So what I think I want to do is take a look at the water shrine and see how that works. We need 20 water crystals. We need to also save those up. Let's put these in a barn somewhere. Should I ship them back this way? I think I should. Just that all the stuff's in the same general area. And let's do a mana overlay. Take that out. Take this in here. Yes, but not exactly. Take that out for a second. Let's do this. Filters, turn these off. And then let's go back and reverse all those pipes now. Oh yeah, we have a lot to reverse. Lot of pipe to reverse. Good news is they don't cost anything to reverse. And then we'll go something like this. Then we can pick all those pipes back up again. Although at some point I'm going to want to... And we just finished the fire research. So that gives us a fire shrine which produces units of magma. Magic rails, which would be kind of fun. The strength spellbook, which gives us red coins. And I mean, these are worth more research points too, so they're kind of worth it in that respect. Magic rail tile and the fire booster. What is the fire booster? 100% production speed when a building is powered by elemental. I don't know what types of buildings the fire boosters or the air boosters get onto, so that's the part we need to figure out. And then let's do this, and then that should be good for the water, and then we also need to do the fire temple setup. I guess I should do the reverse while I'm here. Maybe over this way. Well, let's see where we can go first. Yeah, we can go over there. Barn. Back in here. Go to there. And then we can delete all those. Okay. And then this needs to be, of course, filtered still. Or limited, not filtered. Limited, so there's only 2 stacks of fire crystals. Now we can, let's look at some buildings here. So, air booster on the mason, earth booster there at the mine. Air booster on the lumber mill, earth booster. Air, earth. Pastures, earth. I'm not sure what other types of buildings do we have around? We have forges, fire. Okay, that makes sense. That makes very logical sense. So wonder where the water boosters are. Are they on like... I mean, it might make sense to be on a fishery? Oh, that's nice. It tells you the fishing speed baseline now. Nope. Just want to see... That's an earth booster. So where would a water booster go? Let's see here. Water shrine. Just build one. Fills the boost meter for nearby buildings have a water booster upgrade. Or provides water. We usually knew that. In both cases, well, that's kind of handy. They both return the depleted crystals, so other than the recharger, we don't really need to worry about it. And actually, let's go to Shrine here. The Fire Shrine will give us units of magma, which is great for fuel once we use up all the coal we have. And we can also transmit the fire boost to the forges. So what types of buildings accept a water boost? I assume that, yeah, stuff like that, no. But that's what I'm going to look at today since I clicked on the trading building. I'm going to look at the trades and see if there's something that's ridiculously cheap. Ah, water booster at steam generators. What about... No, not at water pumps or steam engines. What about wells? Where do I have any wells at? Water booster at the well. Okay, so that doubles the production speed of a well. So that makes, instead of producing one every 2 seconds, it produces effectively one every second with 10 crystals, though. And yes, they can be in a loop with the recharger, and that makes them basically free, but still 10 crystals. Oh wait, 10 crystals to add the booster. And then it's just the water shrine. Ah, that's what you also the way you can find out what they link to. You just mouse over and it tells you what it links to. This is 1 crystal every second. And the shrines recharge. This is a boosted time. Apparently not. So, yeah. So this isn't boosted because there's no workers here. And so the rechargers then also are recharging 1 crystal every 4 seconds. So you'd have to have one water thingy for every 4 rechargers in order to make that loop work. Okay, well, let's start looking at some of these trading posts, because, as I said, I skipped them kind of... we looked at them very, very early, I think, and then I haven't looked at them in a long time, and I want to make sure that we're making the right decisions on our trades, or on our structures here, before we build more. So we can trade sugar for pears. That's actually not a bad deal. Where's my spreadsheet? Spreadsheet time. Okay, because 1 sugar, we can grow 1 sugar. Let's see. Sugar is 0.3 items per second per tile. So if we put down 4 farm tiles and made it fully watered and fertilized, that's the only stipulation here, is that we have to water and fertilize everything. If we made it fully watered and fertilized, then we could grow enough sugar in just over 3 tiles. We'll say 4, just to be safe. Which compares to, let's see, apples? No, pears. In order to get 3 pears, we would have to have... In order to get 3 pears per second, that's what I'm doing, we'd have to have 3 divided... Wow. That's a really good trade. Calculator. 3 divided by 0.03675. 82 tree planters. Yeah, that's worth it. Gears for wood axes. Well, that makes it simpler, because we can make 1 iron plate into 1 gear, I think is how it's made. Machine shop. Just making sure. Wait, what are these used for a booster, by the way? Air. Okay. Let's see. 1 gear every 10 seconds makes 1 iron plate. Versus the workshop. What was it? wood axe, I think. A plank and an iron plate every 8 seconds. So it's a little bit slower. But it doesn't require having to make planks. And it gives us 4... Actually, it's a lot faster because it's 1 every 10 seconds. 1 gear every 10 seconds would give us 4 axes every 10 seconds, whereas this is only going to give us 1 axe every 8 seconds. So that's really, really worth it too. Okay. And then 4 fish oil give us a gold ingot. Well, fish oil is basically free because we just set up this fishing and feed it in there and we're good to go. And gold ingots are very expensive to make. I mean, yes, fish oil does take kitchens, but you know what I mean? It costs workers, but so would a gold ingot. We don't have to mine the gold. All 3 of these are worth it. This is a good place. Okay, link these. Move on to the next one. There's one here. 1 grain, 3 berries. Well, grain and berries. Berries produce half as much per farm tile. Well, about 2/3 as much per farm tile. So actually this one's not good. Because we can get 1 grain every 26.25 seconds. Or every, sorry, 0.2625 seconds per tile. No, we can get, oh geez. We can get 0.26 grain every second. And we can get 0.175 grain every second per tile. And 0.175 berries, sorry. So, we can get, in this case, we could get 3 berries in 0.26, we can get 3 times 0.2625 berries per second if we use the grain making. And otherwise, with the same amount of tile, we're only getting Actually, this is a good recipe too. We just have to be careful because we'd have to make whatever we want to make out here, or we have to be able to ship it via rail, which isn't always the best option. 1 wood wheel, 2 cooked chicken. Holy cow. That, I'm going to tear up our chicken making because wood planks are almost free. See, where's our chicken being made? That's milk. Chicken's down here. So we have 2 kitchens, 2 pastures, 2 grain mills, and 2 farms. And I think we had a bunch of workers in this farm. 6 workers in each. 6 workers total. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 workers. Plus all this infrastructure to make 2.4 cooked chicken per second. Whereas this is going to give us 2 cooked chicken for every 1 wood wheel. And wooden wheel is... You can get 1 every 5 seconds for 2 planks. And that means that we would need to see 2 of these would be 1 every 2.5 seconds. We need 2.4 per second. So how many of these would we have to have? 2.4 cooked chicken, which means we need 1.2 wheels per second, which means we need to make 6. We need to have 6 workshops. Actually, this might not be that great. 6 workshops. No, if I steam boosted this, it makes 6 every 5 seconds. So 1 workshop. I forgot about the scaling. I might have messed up the other ones, calculating the other ones too. Some of the other ones. Because if we steam boost this, then 1 worker will be producing 6 times the amount. So 1 of these would be enough, which means we need 12 planks every 5 seconds. And 12 planks every 5 seconds. I haven't done the math on the forester yet. 12 planks every 5 seconds. Let's not put it in range. If we earth boosted it, If we didn't earth boost it, 12 planks every 5 seconds would be 4 every 3 seconds. 12 every 5 is 2.4 planks. This would be 4 every 3 seconds, which is 1.33. So we need 2 workers if we didn't boost it. Yeah, that is worth it. That is very much worth it. Okay. Let's look again at this. That's going to be the same amount of effort because it's farms, or if anything, it's less workers, but it's farms. This one just quickly. This is farming versus that, so that's fine. Well, I did these as if there was no boost and no boost, so that's okay. So I was comparing incorrectly on just the one, I think. And then yeah, that's dirt cheap. So this one's worth it. So I think I might switch and set this up. The only issue is, again, it has to be set up either out here, which we're kind of sparse on land out here. Not that that matters. We can always build it up on a structure. And then the magic wards, though, for 3 medical wrap. I remember the medical wrap was a pain in the neck, but I haven't done the recipe chain for it yet at full production of what we need. Nor have I done the chain for wards, so let's table that until we have the chain designed to see what the difference is on the math. And then pear for berries, probably not, because pears grow so slowly and berries grow so quickly. The difference in pears to berries is 175 divided by 0.03675 is a factor of 4.76, so it's not worth it. Because we're only going to get 4 berries out of it, and we would need to be able to get 5. However, sugar to berries, that one grain to berries, that could be worth it. Because this means 1 sugar yields 12 berries. Let's see. 1 sugar yields 12 berries. Is very much worth it. So we could do that. We could take sugar trading. I don't know how often this trades, though. It doesn't really say. Must be maybe like 1 a second or something. But if we sent the sugar in here, got the pears out, and sent the pears over here, depending on the rate of trade, which I wish it told us what the trading post rate is. Is there something in the help? Here? There's no help on trading posts. Okay, I'll have to take a look, because that might eventually cap out. Do I have anything handy on that? Nothing very, very, very readily. So I'll have to see if I can dig deeper and find out what this trading post speed is, or of course let me know if you know what it is. I could potentially go back to one of the campaign maps and see also. And then beef for reinforced planks. I think I'm going to say no to this just because of how much of a pain in the neck cooked beef is. It seems like reinforced planks would be easier to make, but did I set up the design for reinforced planks just yet? Maybe I did. I did. So, reinforced planks, we need to eventually get 2 per second. Ideally, it would be up to 2.5, so I aim for 2 on a design that I did that we haven't set up yet. That requires 2 steam boosted workshops, but again, we can also air boost these things, so it might not quite be that. And I'm assuming the air boost stacks. Really, that would just cut this in half, I think. 1 lumber mill, 1 forester, 2 forges. No, I'm sorry, 4 forges and 2 mines. Maybe 1 mine, but maybe 2 mines. Compared to the cooked beef, which is 2 kitchens, 2 pastures, 4 grain mills, and 4 farms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting workers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 8 more is 18 workers to make 2 reinforced planks per second. Now to make 2.4 cooked beef per second, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 workers. Which, if you do the math of 20 workers makes 2.4 versus 2 workers, or sorry, versus 18 workers making 2. 20 workers making 2.4 beef would do the work of 16, almost 17 workers making 2. So it's slightly cheaper, but I don't think it's worth it. Because it's also 1, 2, 4, 8, 12 buildings and 96 farm tiles for the beef versus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 buildings and 56 tree planters for the reinforced planks. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Your mileage may vary, of course, I suppose, and then I don't know, again, what the medical reps cost is, except that we could potentially trade a ward for a book, but the wards cost reinforced planks, polished stone, and mana crystals. And I don't think they return the mana crystal. Let's find an enchanter. We have an enchanter here at the school. Ward. Oh, they do return the depleted mana crystals. So they don't cost a mana crystal then. We just need to have them looped. Versus the book costing paper and leather. I mean, without doing the math on the scale here, I don't... And that's 3... actually, that's 1 ward makes 24 books. I don't know. I'll have to do the math on how much the ward costs versus how much the books cost, because that is quite a difference. So I'll have to do... I have a lot of math to do, especially now that we know what we can boost and what we can't boost, which I didn't do any math before this episode because of that. Let's see. Wood becomes apples. Let's see. 1 wood becomes 3 apples. One log or 1 wood is twice as effective as, or twice the rate. 0.0725 divided by 0.03675. Basically twice. So we can produce 2 wood for every apple. So this is worth it. We could easily get any apples we need out of this, assuming we can trade fast enough. We could easily get any apples we need out of this for anything that they're needed for directly. But if we only need fruit to sell to the food market or to the whatever, then to make the jam or to make the juice, then I'm going to use berries every time, because berries are still more efficient than this, I believe. Yeah, berries are more efficient than this, because we're basically getting 3 times 0.0725, which is like 0.22 something, 0.21 something, which is just slightly more. Well, actually, it is slightly more than 1 berry, or than 1 tile of berries. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. That is more efficient, I think. Yeah, I think that is more efficient. Milk for reinforced planks. Milk we have set up. We could go look at milk. Milk is pretty cheap. For Go over there and look at milk. Will we set milk up? Did we set milk up? I think so. Or did we start to set milk up? We started to set milk up, but we set it up with butter. So I have it separated on my my calculator, my spreadsheet. So 1 pasture, 2 grain mills, 2 farms, which kind of makes sense here, is going to give us, in 48 farm tiles, is going to give us 3 milk per second. Reinforced planks, then that trade was what? That means 1 milk or one reinforced plank for that milk setup, and a reinforced plank would be 2 reinforced planks would be 2 workshops, 1 lumber mill, 1 forester, 4 forges, and a miner 2. So I feel like the milk might be cheaper and easier to do. Yeah, I think the milk would be cheaper and easier to do, especially because, well, we only need half of that stuff, though. But I guess you can't go half on the lumber mill or the forester. So you end up with some waste there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. But again, it's do I want to spend the effort to train everything around or to make stuff locally to get out of here or not? Oh, wow. Protection spell books. Wait, do these give back the crystal, the depleted crystal? Because that might... That's a lot of leather. That's an awful lot of leather. Let's see here. Go to this enchanter again. Action spellbook does give us the depleted crystals, so that's basically free. So 1 enchanted book, which is also free on the crystal point of view. So 1 enchanted book is 1 book every 4 seconds. 1 book every 4 seconds is 1 leather every 5 seconds, and a bunch of paper every 5 seconds. It might be possible to do a loop here, because this just costs a few leather to make. You could actually have an infinite supply of leather with just supplying in the paper and the time. Yeah. Paper and time and a few earth crystals and mana crystals in loops. You could have an infinite supply of leather coming out here, which means that we could, first of all, sell this leather to the store, to the general store, and then we could also use it to make things like shoes and whatever else. The downside to that is no fertilizer from that leather being made. And while I guess leather is only one thing we need to make fertilizer with, we could always make our own. We could always make dedicated fertilizer, so that's an option. So that one's not bad. Let's find the next. That was 3 of them, 4 of them. Half done. 2 more here. And then where are the other 2? There's 1 there and 1 there. Okay, good. Animal feed for ointment. Ointment is only fish oil and herbs, so I'll have to do the math on it. But 4 animal feed per second would be something like 2 grain mills not boosted, and 2 farms with like 4 workers, or well, some sort of farms with like 4 workers and like 32 farm tiles. Yeah. Versus picking the herbs, which is pretty slow. Herbs are. Actually, they're not that slow. Yeah, I would have to do the math on this one. Fish oil is pretty easy to make though. Cooked chicken for jam. I don't think so, because berries and sugar both produce very fast and very cheaply. So I would say no to this one, but I haven't done the math on the jam either. And gold ingot for berry cake. Well, cake is hard to make, I think. But gold ingots, we had to trade for gold ingots for something. Fish oil. Fish oil becomes gold ingots here. We ship the gold ingots over here. Get the berry cake and then ship that into the tavern, and that basically makes the cake free. Fish oil for cake. That's kind of worth it once we have trains up and running. And because this cake chain would be, I think, a pain to make. Let's build a kitchen. Just so we can see what it looks like. Cake. Yeah, flour, sugar, butter, eggs to make cake. Then plus the jam, sugar, and berries. Yeah, that's definitely a chain that I'm going to use. Okay, so that takes care of that one. Cloth becomes animal feed. Cloth becomes animal feed. I haven't done the recipe for cloth yet. Or did I? I did. I sort of did. I did the recipe for shirts, which has 4 cloth per second baked into that chain. So if I made 4 cloth per second, that would be 4 not boosted workshops and a farm, which is only 8 cotton per second, but that's still 64 farm tiles. Compared to 6 animal feed, which is 6 animal feed is 2 grain mills and a farm or 2, depending on how we split it up. Because these, like, for example, for this cooked chicken, this could actually have been 1 farm that had 2 shoots or whatever coming out of it, 4 shoots coming out of it, because we only need 6 workers, so we could have done it that way. But, so that is 6 feed is 2 grain mills and at least 1 farm, maybe 2, compared to the cloth, which was 4 workshops for 4 cloth. So 1 workshop and a farm. That's actually also worth it. If we want to grow cotton instead of growing grain, that would give us, in 1 workshop and 1 farm, with 1 worker in the farm, would give us the equivalent amount of feed as 2 grain mills and 6 workers in farms. That would be worth it. Apple pie. If we can't trade for apple pie someplace, then I don't think this is good, because we had the wood axe. Wait a minute, do we have the wood axe over here also? Yeah, and that's way better. I don't care what the apple pie recipe is, that one's way better still. Kitchen. Give me another kitchen here. Apple pie. Yeah. I would like to have something to trade to make the apple pie, so I don't have to make all this junk to make the apple pie. That would be nice. Maybe one of the other things will have it. Cure spell books become 15 bandages. That's interesting. Bandages are only cloth, though, so that seems like a lot of stuff. Uh-oh. We have a problem. Why do you not... Oh, there's no coal left. Oops. There's no coal coming in here anymore. That's iron. There's coal over here. Let's fix this. Maybe. Probably. Let's go like this. Down here, maybe. Somewhere. I guess I need a support block. Looks like I also hid my stuff there. Is that good? Not really. How about out here, I guess? For the silo. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way to do this because of the angles and the slopes. Put another one of these down. And how can I get this snuck through here. Don't necessarily want to go all the way there. What if I did something like this? And then I did this. Ugh. How about that? I think that'll work. Let's stop these guys. Build the harvester drill. Here. And there. Oh, I paused the game. Right, okay. That goes in there, and then what I want them to stop doing, I think... Well, I want a couple things. Let's reverse this train. Can't. This one needs to drive forward a bit, so we can reverse the other train. Oh, the pain, the pain. Okay. This one can stop now. And reverse, actually. Oh, actually, I probably could have reversed that one first, and then it might have worked. Roll down. Fuel up. Are you trying to fill up your storage here? You are. Can I get you to not wait? Didn't I? Wait, did I set the thing to wait? Or is it just because it's continually loading? I think it's because it's continually loading. Let me stop this. Okay, good. Stop that. Drive this one down here. Wait, put the thing back. Drive this down here. Let it fuel up. This one needs to be reversed now. And then this one can be reversed, hopefully. Yes. Okay. So you engage. And then you engage. And I want to add in a fuel stop here. Here. Fuel. Fuel loader. There. And that should be fine. That way they will fuel up when they get here. And this one should stay kind of full. I could make sure that it stays full by taking out these grabbers and such. And bypassing this for later. That way that one stays full with the reloading. And then that'll get fuel when it gets here. Hopefully. It did. Okay, good. And then they shouldn't run out of fuel again. Well, I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say shouldn't. Take this stuff out, and then we'll get back to our recipe stuff here. Although I did just look at the clock, and we're kind of a little over. So I don't know about this one. It seems expensive to make the books, the leather and the paper, for that many bandages. But maybe I'm wrong. But I think once I get more recipes planned out, maybe I'll change my mind. And then the last two are here. Stone for grain, I think is going to be a hard no, just because stone costs yellow coins to make, and we'd have to do, under the surface mining to get it long term, whereas grain is basically free. It just costs us workers. So I think that's a hard no. Veggie stew for jam. I think that's also going to be a no. Well, actually, maybe not. Did I do the math for veggie stew? I did not. Well, that's just vegetables. Jeez, oh Pete, Wally. Learn how to speak. See here. Veggie stew is 3 vegetables every 6 seconds would give us a boosted 6. Well, actually more than that because the fire booster adds another. Oh, kitchens use fire boosters too. That's good to know. Okay, good. It actually give us 12 because it'd be 400 here, and then this is plus 50. Oh, wait a minute. I need to make sure these stack, but this is plus 50, so that's 6, and this is plus 100. So is that going to be 12? Yeah, I think that is going to be 12. That gives us 12 veggie stew every 6 seconds. That's 2 per second. So we would need 12 of each veggie every 6 seconds. Or 2 per second. And they take a bit to grow. Especially tomatoes. Tomatoes are horrible, growth-wise, compared to everything else. But that makes 5 jam. Wasn't there a recipe that took jam over here? One of these? Or is it another recipe that made jam? Or am I misremembering? I might be misremembering. I thought there was one. I'm going to document all these too. And then a medical wrap for books. Probably not, because medical wraps are very expensive, except that there were those trades. So, medical wrap. 1 ward is 3 medical wraps. 1 medical wrap is 8 books. So is 1 ward cheaper than 24 books? I'd have to do the math. And I think that is a lot of work to do at this point in this episode. More sugar for pears? Yes. Pickaxe for cooked beef. That's an interesting option. I haven't done the math on the pickaxes yet. But beef can give us reinforced planks, and pickaxes take reinforced planks. So if this could be done fast enough, this could be like a feedback loop between those 2 trading posts. And then a water ring, which is gold and polished stone and water crystal. Give us enchanted books. It's just books. I don't know why I would do this one either. Gold is too rare, except that 1 trade here. But I'm already thinking about using that elsewhere, so for the berry cake. So I don't know that that's worth it either. But I think I have a lot more math to do. And then hopefully we'll have a grasp on what trades we want to use and what trades we want to ignore. I think a lot of them are going to be uses, but then a lot of them are going to be ignores as well. But then I think we're going to start doing some outpost building in the next episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.